Hello, beautiful members of the Soulful Selling Academy.
And welcome to this session about the mindset of soulful selling. Let's dive into it. Take it away, Tim.
Exactly. Today, you'll explore one of the most powerful yet often overlooked elements of sales, which is your mindset. What you believe and the energy you bring into each interaction shapes the results you create. You can learn all of the strategies that we're going to teach you in the next weeks and months. But if you do not combine it with the right mindset,
Or how we call it in soulful selling,
the heart set,
the heart set.
you will not have the right outcome. And what we found out is many people actually, they hold unconscious resistance towards selling. They associate it with pressure, with manipulation, or another possibility is you struggle with self-worth issues or maybe with fear of rejection, which can be other blockages that keep you from becoming an amazing salesperson. By the way, I invite you to pause for a second and feel, how does it actually feel to call yourself a salesperson? So in Soulful Selling, today we're here to completely dissolve these old patterns, to help you to change your mindset and to rediscover that actually sales is an act of service. It's a sacred exchange that begins with authentic connection and the right intention. In today's lesson, you will get a lot of powerful material to help you to shift your mindset and maybe to dissolve some of these old limiting beliefs.
Amazing. So let's start by something that I call the soulful selling flower. Okay, and this is something that you can actually memorize. Okay, but you see that around each petals of the flowers, these are all the techniques or all the things that we're going to be doing. But at the center, the right mindset or the right heart set. Okay, so it is very important that we start here, and that you don't only understand this, but that you actually learn to embody this, because all the techniques otherwise are going to be useless if you don't have the right energy with it, right? So you will learn during the course that by using what we teach you, we are going to move from a lot of those negative things that people talk about. You know, in sales, normally you talk about pressuring people or pitching or speaking, convincing, presenting, controlling, right? Don't letting people hesitate, using fear, right? We're going to shift all those things. You know, we're going to shift from pressure to presence, from pitching to being curious, from speaking to sensing, to being present and attuning to what is not said. We're going to moving from controlling to co-creating to a win-win situation, and from hesitation to dedication. Like, I'm a dedicated coach. I want the best for this person, right? I'm devoted to their growth, to their success. And we're going to moving from fear to flow and from knowing to becoming.
Boom. Beautiful, my brother. Another beautiful thing that we need to communicate is, or let's say it like this, why? Why is it so important to come with the right energy into this interaction? Why can I not just have the perfect technique, show up, and then have amazing results? The reason is actually because of evolution. For the longest time in humanity, we evolved in a non-verbal environment. You know, like this sophisticated language that we're using today, it's quite new, so to say. And long before language evolved, our survival depended on something deeper, the ability to feel others, to sense through energy, body language, tone, and presence, whether someone was safe or dangerous, genuine or deceptive. And this ancient intuition, it still lives inside of you. And modern neuroscience confirms that over 90% of communication is nonverbal. Our brains are wired to read these micro expressions in people, gestures and energetic cues within milliseconds. And we don't just listen to people, we feel people. And this is why your mindset, your energy and your intention is crucial. People will feel it, consciously or unconsciously. And what you will learn today is, for example, the serve mindset, which will truly change your energy, and also the concept of enlightened detachment. Yeah,
Beautiful.
this is...
So
maybe-
guys, many sales courses out there, they focus on what to say, right? They
Yeah.
focus on the script. Give me the script. People are like, give me the right what to say. But we just told you, it's not about what you say. You know, people want to use this language pattern. Oh, so do you want to buy today or tomorrow? Like, this is useless. This is like 5% of the communication. Would you go to a date with script? You know, it's about what you say. Hello, hi, my name is Franz. Like, it's really not about what you say. So yes, we will teach all the techniques, okay, all the rational, logical things. We're gonna go very deep into that language. We're gonna look even into CRM and productivity. We're gonna go do all of this, but let's connect with this deeper part of our brain and body and heart and come from the right place.
Exactly. Because if you come into these interactions with a pure intention, with the right energy, people will sense it, they will trust you, and trust is the basis for every sales interaction.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's talk quickly about the serve mindset. This is something that I learned from my beloved mentor, Michael Oliver, the author of Natural Selling. And Michael told me that, of course, all of us, we have needs, right? And you don't need to be a saint. You don't need to completely forget about your own needs and, you know, just become a monk and serve, completely renunciate yourself. But imagine that when you have a conversation with somebody, you put their needs first and your needs come second. It's very simple, right? If you actually focus on doing it, it becomes very simple. Your needs still exist. You acknowledge them. You need money. You need to make a sale. You're broke or whatever, you know? And by the way, when I started, it was really a survival situation, you know, and I applied this. But still, you can say, okay, it is what it is. I have my own needs. But for the duration of this conversation, I'm going to focus on this person as if their needs are more important to me. Because then this will allow you to come from a deep place of care.
Beautiful.
And I know, guys, this might sound scary, but I've seen people doing it. And I've done it myself. I told it to other people. Some people were young and like, you know, they didn't have money. They really needed the sale. And one of the most beautiful things that happened is that they came back to me telling me that they did not only made more money and more sales, but their life changed. So if you're a little bit skeptical, because maybe you think like, oh, this, you know, it sounds a little bit woo-woo, it sounds a little bit too good to be true. Does it really work? You know, this is a hard world where you need to go and get what you want. Well, we want to invite you to a complete different relationship with life and with prosperity.
And it works, period. We have proof. I'm the living proof that it works. Before we go to the next slide, I would love to share an affirmation with our beautiful community that helps you to embody the serve mindset. And I invite you to do it potentially before every single sales interaction. And the affirmation is, I am here to serve. I put my clients' needs first and deeply trust that my own also will be met. When I come from a place of service, prosperity flows effortlessly.
And guys, I really encourage you, do those affirmations, do them out loud, place a hand on your heart, and let them reprogram you from within.
Beautiful. The SERVE acronym. I don't want to go too much into detail. You can read this all in the beautiful document that will be provided under the video. But to make it short, this beautiful acronym should be a great reminder, and I really invite you to memorize it. S stands for sales is service. We just talked about a serve mindset. E stands for empathy first. Connection is built through genuine care. When you truly feel what your client feels, you create a space of trust, and people can feel it. The R stands for relationship over transaction. In Soulful Selling, we encourage you to think long term, to think in a way where like, oh, maybe I can establish a long-lasting relationship with this person. And how can I actually nurture that relationship? How can I care even after the sales interaction is finished? Then, big thing, I'm going to be super big on that in the course, you're going to hear more about that, is vulnerability. My own experience showed that the more vulnerable I was in my calls, the more people opened up to me, because you get what you give. If this feels scary, I understand, but I invite you to really program this into your mind. Vulnerability is key. Vulnerability opens people up. At some point in the program, I'm going to help you to create your own hero's journey or something that will transport a certain amount of vulnerability to help people to open up. Last point, oh my God, I was almost talking German. His most beloved point, which is enlightened detachment.
The golden principle.
The golden nugget, the golden principles. And yeah, guys, I think he's going to tell you a little bit more about that in the next slide.
Yes. Well, guys, enlightened detachment is a principle that is the first principle that Michael Oliver, my mentor, taught me. And it sounded crazy, to letting go. But this is what, if you look at the ancient tradition, right? For example, from the Tao Te Ching. In the Tao Te Ching, it says, by letting go, it all gets done. And let me ask you, have you ever had this experience in your life where maybe you really wanted something and you wanted it, maybe it was a job, an apartment, a relationship. And the more you try to get it, the more it becomes evasive, right? And many people that started practicing soulful selling and those type of philosophy, they actually discovered that when you surrender, when you let go, right, there is a higher wisdom, an higher order, or whatever you want to call it, or it's just simply that your mind works better when you don't put so much pressure on yourself. So we're going to go deeper into this, but really detach. Like if this sales is meant to be, is meant to be. No? When you actually go to apply this principle, you try to detach from your need of closing a sale, of closing a deal.
Yeah.
Right? The sale should be, the natural consequence should be like a collateral effect, of just doing a good job. Right? You shouldn't be attached to a result or another. Right?
Exactly.
So you have an intention, you have a direction to serve, but you're not attached to the outcome. They buy, good. They don't buy, good too, right? Because you're not here to control, and you don't ultimately know what's the best for you and for them. So you have a little bit of trust and sensitivity to this.
Super beautiful. I wrote a little text about that I would like to share. I think it also summarizes it nice. When you release the grip of the outcome, something remarkable happens. It's way easier to step into presence. In that space, your attention is free from fear, and there is no contraction. From this place of undivided presence, you create connection effortlessly. And when service flows from that place, prosperity is no longer a pursuit. It's like you said, it becomes a natural echo of your alignment. It's an inevitable outcome. Spiritually speaking, this is a paradox. The harder you chase the result, the more resistance you encounter, and the more you release and surrender, the more the universe opens to you. I invite you to try. It freaking works.
Guys, this is so beautiful, and we're going to dive deeper into those concepts in the coming lesson and during the live call, so it's going to be so beautiful. At this point, you mentioned vulnerability. I just want to say really thank you for embarking on this journey. And it is my hope for you that you will find that this is a quite unique place, a quite unique course. Like to my knowledge, there are no sales courses that teach about detachment or that teach about vulnerability. Most sales courses that you put a face, you need to be enthusiastic, you got to be strong. And I think we do something completely unique. So I'm really grateful that you're here, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Very excited for this. Okay, what we got next?
Next is, you had this beautiful quiz, which you also find here in the lesson. And we just really want to invite you. You will also see it in the document. Take your time. Reflect on it. It would be a shame to use these powerful results and to have these powerful results and not use them properly. If we really shine the light on something, then we can change it. Or in another way, awareness dissolves illusion. So please take some time and reflect on your quiz.
Thank you, team, for creating this quiz, and thank you for our Soulful Selling team that created it for you guys to do it. So really do it. Okay, guys, so what are today takeaways, right? Mindset or art set is at the center of the flower, okay? It is, without it, the method cannot blossom.
Exactly.
Right? So we need to start from here.
Then sales is service. Put your clients' needs first. Your energy shifts from pressure to care.
Empathy and focusing on the relationship, on the long-term value and creating connection with people comes before everything else, comes before the techniques.
And we learned today that we are wired to read energy, that we have this intuition. And this is why it's so important to not only act like you care, but really truly care. People can sense it.
Vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a strength. When you're able to be vulnerable, to let go of your mask, this invites the other person to do the same. And who knows, maybe you're the only one person that does that for them in a long time.
Wow.
And it creates true connections.
Amazing. Then his favorite principle, the enlightened detachment. By letting go, it all gets done. Trust. Just go into the interaction, forget about the outcome, no agenda, just service, just being there for a person, and you'll be surprised of the beautiful results.
Number 3, the mantra of soulful selling. Place a hand on your heart and repeat. Presence, connection, and prosperity. You're present with yourself. This allows you to feel others, to create true connection with them, and true, real connection. This is how humans create real prosperity, not just financial prosperity, but holistic prosperity and well-being.
Amazing. And then last but not least, we did the quiz, and self-inquiry matters, self-awareness matters. This is going to be a process. Whatever you found out today, what your blockages are, or what your personal perception about selling is, use it, reflect on it. If you have a journal, maybe in the next days, start writing about it, and also see how this changes in the next weeks. And I really, truly hope it already changed quite a bit today by hearing all of these things, and also take some time, read the document below in presence and peace. And
Amazing. So congratulations on getting to the end of this lesson on the mindset of soulful selling. I'm actually very excited for you, for this journey that we're going to do together. Please watch all the videos, do all the activities, take time to really breathe and be present, and go in the membership area, write down your comments, write down what was your biggest insight from today's lesson? Go and share it. And by sharing it, you're going to make sure that you're going to use it, comment on other people's learning, and I can wait to see you in person during one of our live calls.
all right, guys.
Amazing.
Have a beautiful day.
Ciao.